Hi, I'm Julia. The focus of my project today will be talking about my family's move from the USA to Germany, which is a quite abnormal thing because when we talk and think about immigration, it's usually people immigrating from outside of the US into the US. In this case, my dad is German, and we wanted to be closer to his parents who were getting older, and so we moved to Germany for 3 years. And my sisters and I were pretty young at the time. I have 2 younger sisters, so at the time I was 11, and my younger sister, the middle sister, was 9, and then my youngest sister was 2. And so when we moved to Germany, we were in a new environment, new culture. My father had spoken German with us when we were kids, but it doesn't mean that you can converse with everybody and that you understand much. We all went to German schools, fully German schools, and it was definitely hard at first. For the first months, it was really just picking up any words that you had heard before and that sounded familiar and trying to laugh at the jokes, but you don't really know why they're funny. We all played sports and soccer, my middle sister and I, not my youngest sister, but she went to kindergarten there, and we lived very close to all our schools, and that was really nice for us. The biking culture in Germany is insane, something very different from the US that I wasn't used to, because there are so many bikers in Germany and in Holland and in the Netherlands, which are places that we were able to go to so much more accessibly. They were so much more accessible to us because we were so close to them, being in Germany, living in Europe. We went to Croatia and Switzerland and Belgium and Holland and Poland and all these beautiful places that I wouldn't have seen before. I got a haircut in Paris. My hair was long, but it was also so that I could say that I had gotten a haircut in Paris, because I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool and not something that everybody can say. So thinking about this immigration from from the US to Germany, and comparing that with a lot of people who then come to the US my focus here was from Syria. So these Syrian refugees would then try to flee their countries because of usually war and conflict, or dictators and people who can't let them express themselves, and they're in danger and they want to help their families and give them opportunities and their children. So when I researched this and found the connection that when we were living in Germany between the years 2016 and 2019, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, actually put in a policy where Syrian refugees were welcome in Germany, and I found that very interesting now, especially relating to the current events with this war in Ukraine, and because of the Russian invasion, and how people in Ukraine can come here and flee, while people from Mexico have been trying to get into the US from the borders for years now and have been denied over and over again. And I was thinking about, well, why is that? And it's because people from Syria and people from Mexico, they look different from us. They are not white. They do not speak the language. They aren't familiar with the culture. They don't have parents who have lived there. But the Ukrainian refugees, the Ukrainian people, are white. They look like us. Most of them speak English, So I think that is why they were able to come here with such ease that we weren't able to. That the Mexicans and other people from Syria were able to, and we were able to come with an ease. Now, I think that a good way to solve this problem is definitely looking at the media first, and how the media presents people who come from the Middle East as terrorists, and people who are bad, and people from Mexico as rapists, and all these very strong words. And I think that these unjustifiable prejudices and biases are what we need to attack first to really solve this problem. We need to not judge people based on what they look like or what language they speak. We need to welcome people. We need to be more welcoming as a society. And I think that that is our first step, and it is happening. You know, there are protests and marches going on with Black Lives Matter, with Me Too, with Pride and LGBTQ+. And I think we just need to keep working on making more fair and just assumptions, not having these preconceived biases, and just think more about what we can do to make the world be a more kind and welcoming place.